Hi guys. I have a question for Connor. Um, so Connor, first pro game, first real game action for you in quite a long time, and just getting up to speed in the AHL. How did that sort of feel to you right off the hop?
Yeah, I think my legs felt good. The pace felt good. I think just getting my brain and my head back into the game was something to kind of work on and dial it in throughout the game. But I think things kind of came to me. It's only been a month and a half, but I think when you lose those reps of real live action, it'll take a period or two to get into it. So I think I felt a lot better as the third came, and I think it's something to build off moving forward.
Go to Patrick.
This question is for Matthew. Matthew, you haven't had a lot of game action in quite a while. You had the injury last season and then this delay. How did you feel being back out there in the ice and game competition?
Actually, not too bad energy-wise. I mean, that was no problem for anybody. We were all pretty excited and more than ready to get into a game. Personally, I thought I kind of got my touches going a little better as the game went on, and that's kind of to be expected. I think the whole team would probably say the same thing, but I think we came out really strong, and for a first game like that, that's kind of all you can ask for is the effort level to be high.
Great, thank you.
Go ahead, Darren.
Question for Matthew. Could you give me a evaluation, just kind of a first impressions of Emilio Peterson, who you had on your line for the first couple periods?
Yeah, Petey's a great player. He's been here since probably about October, so I've got to know him pretty well, and I think we both think the game fairly similar. He's highly skilled, and he sees the ice really well, and he's a threat not only to shoot it, but to make a good pass as well. So he's one of a lot of newcomers like him and Connor and many others that we're happy to have.
Just if I can follow up on that, Dimitri and Emilio both be here for the season. They're kind of smaller in size, similar to you. Go back 2 years to your kind of first game and first kind of entry into the AHL. What would be your advice to them, just in terms of what they should expect and how they can kind of get better?
Yeah, I actually said to the guys, my first game 2 years ago, we lost 8-1, so we're already a step better. It's going to come. It's a different game, and I think as the team learned tonight that sometimes in pro hockey, it's not necessarily how hard you work, but you need to work really smart as well. And I think tonight the shots that we did give up, a lot of them were high danger, high quality, and when that happens, you're kind of playing with fire. But I mean, for those few guys and a lot of the newcomers, it'll come as we go, and we haven't been playing a lot of games at all. So I think our effort was there for sure.
I'll head back to Mike.
Hi Matthew. This question's for you. I thought your line with as Darren or the previous asker was talking about with Emilio and Ruzicka was one of the better lines all night. Controlled the play when it was on the ice, and I think coming into this season, I expected maybe to see you playing with Glenn Gaudin instead. So playing with a guy like Ruzicka, how did that sort of change how you approach this game at all, and how did you play off of him tonight?
Not too much. I mean, I see a lot of similarities between Adam and Gods. They're both pretty big bodies and reliable, and you can count on them to kind of dig the pucks out of the corners and be in the right positions. But I think as far as that goes, things change a lot in the AHL, and you need to be flexible and able to play with a lot of different players. So, I mean, Ruzi's a great player, and hopefully next game we just get a couple to go in.
Wes.
Connor, what were kind of your initial, and I know you touched on it a little bit earlier, but what were your initial impressions, I guess, of pro hockey? What's your biggest takeaway from this afternoon?
Yeah, I think obviously it's not how you want your first game to go, and I think like Philly's just been touching on, I think the effort was there, and things got better as the game went on. But I think for me, it's just play my game. I think I was just trying to go out there and get my legs under me and trying to do everything to get my head there. But I think I kind of got away from how I play in my game, and it's not so much that the pro levels faster, which it is, and you got to make plays quicker. But I think we've been practicing hard, and I've been seeing all that for the last couple months with the World Juniors and everything like that. So I think just kind of getting back to my game and getting my head in the game early and having confidence to make plays and create things in the offensive zone, I think that's something I got to get back to next game.
And Matthew, not related to this afternoon, but we've heard his name a couple times. You and Glenn Godden, I know, have been awfully tight. What was it like to watch him on Hockey Night in Canada making his NHL debut?
It was awesome. Gods is one of my really good friends, and we've built a great relationship over the last couple of years, and I know how hard he's worked to get to that point, and he deserves every bit of it. So it was pretty cool, and he looked pretty good with his hair slicked back out there for warm-ups, and I was just really happy for him. And I know the game didn't go their way, but he got a few more looks in the third period, and I thought he showed what he could do, and I'm just really happy for him.
We'll go to Darren, then Mike afterward.
Matthew, just to kind of follow up on that, do you see this year as maybe a little different, playing in front of Flames management all your home games? It's a little different. You're not as far away in Stockton. Do you feel closer, and do you feel like this is a real opportunity to really kind of remind them of what they have, and when's my call-up going to come?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a blessing that we are able to move here and have all the resources of the NHL team at our fingertips. And I mean, every game and every practice, you have more eyes on you, and every day is a tryout in a way. And I know you get a lot more exposure here in Calgary, and I think that's nothing but a good thing, and you're going to see growth from a lot of guys pretty quickly because we're held to such a high standard here, and Kale and the rest of the staff do such a good job with that. So we try to run this team like the NHL team.
I have a question for Connor. So on Toronto's first goal, you kind of got pickpocketed a little bit, and the puck just wound up in the back of your own net. But other than that play, I thought you did otherwise look pretty comfortable out there. And I was just wondering, did you feel comfortable, and did you feel like that game gave you something to maybe build off of?
Yeah, I think I definitely felt comfortable. I think it makes it a lot easier when you come into a team and everyone makes you feel welcome and comfortable over the last month and a half. I think everyone's done such a good job for the guys coming in, making them comfortable, making them feel at home. And I think out on the ice I felt good, and obviously that first goal was totally on me. I tried to make a play to the middle when I should have just put it up the wall and bumped it by. So I think just little things like that, just clean up the details, clean up my habits, and it'll make for a lot better game. But yeah, I definitely felt comfortable out there, and like you said, it's something to build on.